So I went to work this morning and I thought, I don't like this. There's far better things for me to be doing. So I thought I'd go fishing down on the rifle range. But I've just spotted another bloke sitting near my spot. How irritating. It looks like someone else has had the same idea. So once I've pushed him off, I'll set up a tarp and get chatting. Hi, this is Everyday Prepper. Welcome back to the channel. Right, he's in. Now we can set up fishing. The other great thing about having a fishing rod with me is it doesn't look like I'm up to anything dodgy. Not that I ever am. So yeah, I found some frozen bait, some mackerel in the freezer and some squid. So I'll try and defrost that in the sun. Might set up a little tarp shelter. I really do want to soak up some of this sun because it's beautiful out. And this beats working by a mile. No wind, cliffs behind me. Couldn't ask for better conditions really, and it's just coming up to high tide. Obviously I can't fish at low tide because there's no water from here. So now I don't know what I'm going to catch. I'm not sure that mackerel will be out. There might be one or two, but I doubt there'll be mackerel this early on in the season. They usually come sort of mid-April. Should be bass about, and always dogfish, maybe whiting. So dogfish, I'm fishing with a float today, so I've got just a small spinning rod actually, so I hope I don't catch a big bass. So I've got this float thing on here that'll keep the bait off the floor, so hopefully I won't be riddled with dogfish. But it doesn't matter. The whole idea is just relaxing in the sunshine, to be honest, with an excuse to try a bit of fishing. So that's what we're going to do. I've literally got the whole rifle range to myself. This is really rare. I don't normally get this kind of isolation from everything unless I'm in my boat about 3 miles out in my little dinghy. So this is amazing. Check it out. So good. So the sun, try and briefly film the sun maybe. It's going to go down behind the cliffs probably a couple of hours yet, I would have thought. Sundown at 6, it's now, I don't know, 2 in the afternoon. Probably 4 actually, yeah, it's probably going to dip behind the cliffs. So I might weather the cold, because it will get cold, and I haven't been caught anything. I haven't caught anything, by the way. I've just been fishing up and down, adjusting the length of my my float setup, float drop, and I put a nice shiny silver thing on the bit of foil, stinky mackerel foil on the top of the hook, just in case there's any mackerel about. I'll try again in a bit. But yeah, no bites, but it doesn't really matter. I've quite enjoyed it. It's lovely just hearing the seagulls, the lapping of the waves. It's really, really calm here. And I might get a tarp up in a bit. But I want to get reasonably sunburned, obviously, first. So I think I was hoping to catch a fish because I could cook it here straight off. Not that I've got a pan, but shove it on a fork, cook it over a flame. But yeah, I think I'll have a cup of coffee in a minute with my new fire maple. In the meantime, I think I'm just going to sunbathe for a bit. Look at that. taking my t-shirt off for the first time this year in public. Just put a load of Nivea 20 protection on. I thought I'm not going to need much more than that. But the fishermen among you will know that lovely smell of mackerel and sun protection. The combination is a winner. I don't know what it's a winner for, not the ladies certainly. But it's got to be done. I just realised I've got my drone with me. So let's give this a go. Sun's just going down behind the cliff now and it's getting chilly already. So you can see the cliff there and the sun is just behind it. Hopefully got some good footage with the drone. I think it's time to get a brew on. I've got some ravioli for my tea as well. So I'm going to get a tarp set up. Now I think I'll leave the fish and the squid out on the rocks, out on the buttress for the seagulls, because they love all that and they'll spot it, but they won't come when I'm here obviously. It's time to get the jacket on because it's a bit cold, and then we'll get a brew on. Yeah, this will be me soon on my boat. Well, it's not quite as big as that. I think that's about 40 odd feet. Mine's 23 foot, but it's it'll cruise faster than that though. I need to clean it up first. Let's get a brew on. Everything stinks of fish. My tea towel, my drone, battery pack, my new phone, stinks of fish. And I've caught nothing. Right, I haven't got a tarp set up. Oh, I could probably put my seating arrangement down there, can't I? Save the old knees. Oh, there we go. Oh. Right. Can use the old BCB. Nice and quick to set up. That's fast, whatever that is. A bit like my little boat. Won't go that fast though. That's a probably at least a 10 horsepower. I've just got a 4 horsepower, but my dinghy is about the same size as that. Perfect for fishing. They've obviously had a lovely day out. Hopefully they caught some fish too. We're going to cheat today with a uplifting indulgence Kenko something. It doesn't feel very indulging. Oh, that's better. I think it's a cappuccino. Well, this is lovely out here, all on my own. I mean, what more could you want as a miserable bastard? What more could I possibly ask for? They say no smell with these BCBs, Fire Dragon things. They do smell. It's a nice smell. But they do smell. Kind of an alcohol-y smell to it. Lovely. I wanted to use the BCB because it's a flame. It's better flame rather than the gas. The gas is more concentrated. I wanted a flame to kind of warm me up really because it's quite chilly now. What about doing an all-nighter down here? It would be cold because you'll be on the concrete, but there's a nice lip there, so you wouldn't be able to roll out of that into the sea rather than off here. So that might be an idea. Get a tarp over the top. That could work. I think I'd have to set up late. Make sure there's no fishermen about. And the only thing with these Fire Dragon firelighters is they only boil, well, they only last for as long as the boil, if that makes sense. So I'm boiling what, I don't know, 250 ml, 200 ml, just to go in my cup. And once that's boiled, the thing won't be able to do much more, so you have to put another one in. And they're quite expensive, quite pricey. Right, I'll come back to you when this is all boiled. That's the other thing. I wore these trousers again down here. I think they blend in better with the concrete and the chalk and stuff. So yeah, they're better for this kind of environment, I think. Plus I thought, I don't wear these very often, so if anything's going to get fishy, it ain't going to be my work trousers. I think I'll get these fishy. The thread's coming off them already though, so a bit cheapy. Water's almost boiling. Now ready for this cappuccino or latte or whatever we got. So still as well. There's been a wind for the last few days and it's really calmed down. There we go. I think that is just about good to go. Yum. Oh, that went out. Normally it doesn't behave like that. Seagulls are after my squid, and I just put down right over the back there. They don't want to land with me here, which is fair enough. They're not like your towny seagulls that aren't afraid to literally come and snatch a pasty out of your hand. These are, you know, they live in the cliffs. They don't see a lot of people, so quite rightly they're scared of humans, which is good. They'll probably wait till I'm gone. So you can actually relight the BCB firelighters. Took a bit of effort. I've relit it. I thought I might as well burn it all up and give me some heat while we're there, otherwise it'll only go in the bin when I get home. So that's nice. Probably not going to stay out too much later. I might even go back to work. Feel a bit guilty now. No work, no money, right? But you know, being out here like this is priceless. Can't put a price on it. So it's a bit of a taster really of what hopefully it's going to be like next year when I'm going to start to draw a little bit on my pension. Hopefully stocks will be sorted out, or will be starting to sort themselves out by then. Although today's interest rate decision wasn't particularly brilliant for Americans. I think Trump was hoping on a interest rate cut to boost the economy. That didn't happen. They held the rates at the same. But yeah, and then look to eventually selling our house. But might have a year off. We might stay here for a year and just enjoy the trappings really, and you know, maybe bring work down to sort of 2-3 days a week, even 3 days a week. I mean, that's 4 days a week off, doing what I love to do, if we can afford it as well. So yeah, this is just a taster. Trouble is, closer to next year, I'm just going to get more tasters like this and not earn any money and get behind on all the bills. No, we'll sort it out. But it's fun. You just got to experience life. I heard a phrase the other day: "No one promised you a tomorrow." Was that on a song? I think it was a. It's that. Oh, what's his face? Gaga and. The other chap that's in the charts, anyway. I'm sure that's what he's saying. No one promised you a tomorrow. It made me think, getting older, not getting any younger, and you hear of people just going for no reason, don't you? So, I'm going to put it into perspective, really. Life's a game. We don't know why we're here. We don't know what's going on. Some of us might think we do. So it's just nice to experiencing, really. Am I getting philosophical in my old age? I've always been philosophical, but I've also been I've easily let myself go into the trappings of all the crap that is human created life, and which moves you away from nature. But it's good, getting into bushcraft and prepping and stuff. I think for me, it's definitely made me connect more with nature, which is how I did as a child. We didn't have mobile phones, we didn't have computers or anything like that. No tech. There was no tech. You just went out and lit fires in the woods all the time and climbed trees, learned how to make ropes out of ivy and vines, and just get to know stuff, get to know all the trees, get to know all the birds. I bet if you go down the town and ask majority of people, what's that tree, or what's this leaf from, they probably wouldn't know. I could be wrong, but I think it's a dying art. Talking about dying, my BCB's just died. It's a dying art. I think everyone should know what's around them, the names of things and stuff. I'm rambling now, aren't I? Yeah, when I'm out like this, I could just go, I'm going to stay here, But I haven't got all the gear I need, really. I need a little solar panel, another battery pack. Well, I've got a battery pack, so that'll be all right. So I'm planning my boat trip up the river. A couple of days. I'll do a couple of nights. Planning to do it with rowing, with assisting, using my trolling motor assisting. I've done the numbers, and with a 140 watt solar panel going into my battery bank, powering my trolling motor, which is a 60-pound trolling motor, should get me up the river. If it doesn't, I'll have to row most of the way, and then I'm going to get up to a particular spot, which is near a field, and have a camp. I'll just camp in a tarp, take plenty of supplies, take a couple of gallons of water, plenty of wipes, and a shovel. Job done. I had thought about taking my water filter, and I was discussing this with Mrs. EP this morning about drinking from the river. There's a lot of effluent goes in the river from people who live on the river, and there's also lots of oil and fuel from boats. Probably not a good thing. So although filtration and boiling will get rid of bugs like E. coli and things like that, pretty much, it won't get rid of other contaminants like oil. So I'll take enough water with me, I think, is the idea. Right, I'm going to finish my brew and decide what I'm going to do. Interestingly, the wind is just starting to get up. It's that afternoon kind of onshore breeze or offshore breeze. I think it's an onshore breeze coming in over the sea. So it could be an opportunity to get a tarp up. So I'm going to do another brew using gas this time, and then see what the wind does, and I might get a tarp up and have some tea. So that'll go to work, and I know what I want to do. latte. Right, almost boiling in the fire maple. I think the gas is running out. I need to give it a shaky shake. It's probably warm enough to drink now. We're boiled and ready to go. Splendid. Couple of dog walkers out. Still a bit early actually. Probably get lots of evening dog walkers, I imagine. It doesn't get dark till about 6:30, and it's only about God knows what time. 4. Sun went past the cliffs at kind of 3. 4 o'clock. Just gone 4. A couple of hours to sundown. It'll probably get darker here first because of the cliffs. To tarp or not to tarp, I wonder. I really should go to work. We'll see about that in a minute. Right, well I think I'm going to leave it there for the moment. I'll finish off my lovely second coffee, pack up and obviously leave no trace. If I was a true fisherman, I would leave tangled knots of big bunches of fishing line, lots of hooks and bait everywhere, chip wrappers and all that sort of stuff strewn everywhere. That's what true fishermen do, but I'm not that kind of fisherman, so I will be leaving no trace whatsoever. I won't film it because I may stay out. If I do stay out, I'll probably record a few bits and I'll put that up on another video, because it's getting a bit cold now, so I'm sort of in two minds really, whether to go home, have a bit of a freshen up and then go to work, or if I string it out long enough here, then it'll be too late to go to work, in which case I can get a tarp up and have some tea. But if I do, I'll put that on another video. But in the meantime, thanks very much for watching. I've had a lovely day out and it's been worth it. I've even got a bit philosophical, which I seem to be doing more and more of these days. I know that I'm just really fortunate to be, able to sit out here right by the coast, completely by myself, which is just awesome. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.